Okay, guys, this is vid number 2 for today. We got a rainy day. I'm not gonna go work in the garden or do my other chores as long as it's coming down like this. So that allows me to make another video. It's January 3rd, 2013, at just after 12:15, 12:16 p.m. Um, I had friends yesterday asking me about living 5D with the situations that they are in right now with their family, and could be spouse, could be kids, could be uh, job related, could be, mothers, fathers, sister, brothers, cousins, and how you live 5D while you're awake and aware in your heart going through your activation process, and the others are not. That is a huge, huge thing. We each are going to have different paths. I have a very close and dear friend that has supported me in her efforts for a very long time, who's dealing with these exact same things in her life. She still works the 3D with her business and with people that are absolutely unawakened and trying to amass their riches. But she has her business, which is very much in the nutritional area, and very much in the trying to help the human condition while still providing a good income for herself. She has uh, her family working with her and other friends working with her, many of who are are playing fourth dimensionally, um, while business contacts that she works with are still third dimensional, and she is fifth. And as she supports me, watching me play around in sixth dimensional realities, and wants to so be there. And I watch her struggle because she wants to bring everyone through, and so many people depend on her for what she does, and she that provides for a lot of people. And and I've told her for the past couple of years she might wish to think about making a break, and if she wants to expand at the greatest rate of speed right now, making a break and being more focused on herself. But her choice is to continue the support of everyone else and do it in a multi-dimensional reality, playing with other people in business that are in 3D, playing some 4D where people realize that we are connected to source but don't realize that we're creating our own illusion in our own reality, that which we experience as life, while she's holding 5D. And that is probably one of the most toughest choices that an individual can make, to stay in the game and keep playing that while you're expanding your field. And to me, wow, I personally had, because of who I am and what I had to do, um, I played in illusion for so much of my life. I played with others in the 3D and 4D while I was being an inventor, while I was, doing things green, and trying to lead the way into the way that many things will be physically built in New Earth if we have a similar reality in the future as we currently have now. A more greener earth, a more peaceful earth. I was very much focused on doing those types of things most all my life. That's just who I am. As a mechanic, as an inventor, as an explorer, as a spiritual being. And for me, my first memories as a in this life as a baby, as being in diapers, is my memories that whatever happens, we have this ability to go all the way. We have the ability that I'm now understanding to expand our consciousness into all that is. At that time, it didn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. It's just like being told I was a Melchizedek at 4 years old. This is 1966 in Mississippi. And what is a Melchizedek? There's one mention of it in the Bible, and how does this little 4-year-old kid know it? Well, it was me giving me my messages then. And I've told many persons for years that I have a future self that is galactic, that's part of the Galactic Federation, space beings, that I find is the me that I'm merged with now, here and now. We work on many different levels, and many times as we go to sleep or as we're doing meditations, we're working on much higher states of who we actually are as a being, as a spiritual being, while that one is on a different dimensional vibrational level. It's still the same source beam that is in this physical body here and now. And I have since merged with that self. And there's another future self that I've been getting my messages from since 2009, since I was activated. And that's my Arcturian self. And the Arcturian self holds the gate to the inner universal doorways for me. And that's what I will be merging with now. I mean, here in the future. For me to come to these understandings and realizations and memories, it's basically what it is. It's to expand the consciousness in vibration to be able to put back together the dismemberment, to remember. And because we all know everything. We are everything. And you have to come to these realizations. You will come to these realizations sooner or later. You don't have to. You can keep on fighting it and keep, creating the struggles in your life, or you can really grasp what's going on and start living from that level of perception. When you do that, it opens all the doorways and gateways, and memories, remembering comes flooding in, and so does a lot of your skills and your abilities. There are many persons, and that's just my story, but I'm watching so many persons right now go through their own personal awakening, raising their frequency by unconditional love first, by releasing lower vibrational perceptions, by releasing negativities, by choosing to hold the highest light or choosing to live in the heart. This expands one's consciousness, way of being and vibration. And many times it is not going to resonate with the situation that we were in sync in vibrations with before. And we have to make a choice, either to work on all these other individuals, parts of ourselves, our friends, our family, our loved ones, or we can choose to go all the way, to expand at the rate that's being given us now. Which really and truly doing that affects all the rest. It's like creating a vacuum behind when a person has that implosion in the heart chakra that becomes this great explosion, kind of like the Big Bang. As that expansion goes out, it creates a vacuum that pulls the rest of humanity in with you. Not everybody that we're around as we begin our process are ready to go through that process themselves. And we have to make a decision. Is that decision to try to bring these other individuals that are part of our illusion, although they're parts of us, they're still parts of our illusion, that we have these karmic games we play, magnetic games we play, law of attraction games that we play for life experience, or do we step on the path of mastery, knowing what it's all about, and expand at the greatest rates we possibly can? This is the root of the question that so many people are asking me lately. And how do you do that with the loved ones that you have that are not yet awakened or recognizing what's going on, or even choosing? Maybe they see it, they just don't believe it because it wasn't in the school books that they were taught, and they've got their big master's degrees or doctorates, or they become a lawyer, or they're a big politician, or they've made buku in the corporate world, buku bucks in the corporate world. They've got all the stuff. It's those persons that are sometimes the most resistant to change. Those that believe that life is just this way. And it's not up to us, from my viewpoint. Now, everybody's going to have their own separate viewpoint. From my viewpoint, it's not for us to change them. I tried all my life to explain to these that I've held so dearly to me, my mother, my brothers, my father while he was passing, and my daughter, and the one who even activated me, whose love I used to activate myself with. These persons were not ready for the level of comprehension that I was playing in. They weren't ready for that level of light. Light is consciousness. Light is information. Light is God. Light is source. Light is higher vibration. Light is various levels of vibration. And they weren't ready for the highest light that I held. And it became uncomfortable for them to be within my field, and uncomfortable for me to be within their field. And because I didn't have the attachments to the material things, many times I was used. I was used for those things that I had materially. I was used because I didn't give a damn about money. I was used because I had vast skills that I had already remembered, because I had expanded to the level of consciousness to where I know that I've done everything. I remember I've done everything, and it is a no thing for me to go into any direction. And because of that, because I didn't care about the material stuff, I was being used by these same persons who I love, who were in their ego when I was shifting out of my ego. So I had to make a personal choice. And that personal choice was for myself and for the collective of humanity, to expand as fast as I could with the greatest velocity, speed, and intensity, gathering the highest light quotient into my field I possibly could. And with that, I had to, because of my levels of consciousness expanding so fast, I had to make a choice to leave. And I went into solitude for the most of the time since. I was, in the woods above Sedona, or out in Hopi Land, or in the various reservations, or even here on this farm ranch that I'm on. I had to go into solitude to hold the highest vibrations. We're all going to have various choices that we make, and all I can say is follow your heart. Your heart is what takes you into 5D, and your heart knows. And you're going to have to make your own decisions. I can't do it for anybody but myself. I can tell you my story. And I hope my story helps. And anyway, we're coming up to the end of this vid, and I've got people messaging me. So say bye for now. Love you guys. See you later.